Hi, Simon from Mai Star II Restoration Project here in Walton-on-the-Naze, Essex. We've had a good week this week with a lot of work being done on the holes in the support hand side where the old ribs and frame were. They've now all been blocked up with plugs which have been glued in place. They've also been sanded back so they're smooth with the outside of the boat. So with that job done, we can concentrate on cleaning off the paint on the inside of the hull and get some more ribs back in place and get the hull squared away in that part of the boat. But before we can do that, we'll have to make a pattern for the frame that's been removed so that we can put a new frame in that part of the boat so that she can be pulled back together again a bit more before we put the ribs in, because if the ribs go in first, after steaming the ribs in, the boat will go apart even more than she already is. But if we put a frame in, the boat will then pull itself back together again after it's been shot in back into place from the outside, and the screws that hold the new frame in place will actually tighten up the plank seams and so make it easier for the ribs to go back in place in the correct place and the seams tighten themselves back up again. So that's what we're doing on Mai Star II. I've got a couple of young men helping me out on the project at the moment, which is very good, which is very helpful as they are doing all the work that is more difficult for me to do, seeing as I've got dodgy knees and I can't get down under the boat as well as I wanted to before, and they've got young and they're agile and they can do the work a dot sight faster than me with a bit of direction. So that is what we're doing at the moment, but also we're sorting out all the bits and pieces from that were taken off Mai Star II earlier on, seeing what can be restored, what needs replacing, what can be repaired, and what needs to be refashioned in some way or other. The main part on the foredeck, it will be to make some more deck beams, which this time we'll make out of laminated oak rather than grown oak, because the last ones under undue pressure actually snapped on her last sail before she was taken out of the water, and we don't want to repeat of that. And hopefully one thing we are going to do this time round is to actually scarf a new piece on the bottom of the mast to make her keel stepped as she was before and not have a tabernacle on deck, which is what she should not have had in the first place, but a keel step mast. So that's the thing we're going to be doing over the next winter, will be to scarf a new 4 foot piece on the bottom of the mast and put that in so that she can be put back to where she was before, keel stepped rather than mast stepped. Also, with the other job we've got to do is to make some new floors for the boat to connect the frames to each other in the bottom of the bilge as well. And as if you've been watching my or what, not so much watching but reading my blog, you'll see that the stern post has broken on Mai Star II, and it looks like it was bound to go sooner or later because it seems to be a bit rotten in the middle. Another big major project for the winter, new transom as well, and also new stern post, which is going to be an entertaining project, but one we're looking forward to, and it's going to be fun one way or another. So if you like the content of this video and any previous ones, please like, subscribe to this video channel. If you like it also, why not become a patron of this channel for as little as £2 a month on Patreon. That's all you've got to find is Mai Star II Restoration Project, and it will go straight to the Patreon page. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on YouTube. So whichever forum you like to visit us on, you can also do so. Also, I run a blog on Wooden Boat Forum about her restoration this time round, and also getting her from a wreck I had in 2012 to getting her sailing once for a while, and then when she needed restoration again, doing this restoration now. But one of the things we've actually had to do this time was actually move the boat across my yard under a proper temporary shed so that we can work on her at our leisure. And also there's plenty of room in this shed because it was designed for a 26-foot boat with more beam than we've got, and so there's work spaces down both sides of the boat. We've also got electricity and lights in the workshop as well, so we're really all systems go now. Just a matter of getting a few bits and pieces put back together again, and we should be well on our way to getting her back in the water next spring. Go for a few sails, and hopefully next spring or late spring or even the summer next year we'll have her up for sale so that she can be used to add funds to our other major project, Chance, which is a James Silver Western Isles motor sailor, which we're also currently restoring at Titchmarsh Marina in Walton on Edge as well. So you can go to her channel, which is Chance_1948, which is a Patreon page, and also any of the blogs I run on her restoration as well. So that's all for now, folks. Talk to you soon. And if you like this content, please like, subscribe, or even comment on this content. Thanks a lot for now. Bye.